Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing this here, they all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on this game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their eggs like Gangrel. Look, find a seat while I ride the beat. When it come to podcasts, he's the tribal chief. I'm talking Major, the Genesis, Sega, and anything we still wondering about. That's why we got Michaela. As long as he here, you other dudes might shine. The only brother that can outdo the pipe bomb icon. Do it for the people like The Rock. Welcome to the show, introducing Mike Knoxxx. Yeah. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. I don't know how the hell and why the hell I was paused right there or how my microphone got muted, but welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show. I am your host, Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, it is a pleasure to be here before you today as I do spell my name with 3 X's because I am hardcore. Why are you hardcore? Because this heartfelt Father's Day emotional gift I got from my children, oh, I am hardcore. And it was Juneteenth. And it was Father's Day. So together, we put them together. Oh, yeah, it was a Black Father's Day for the ages, y'all. I had a great time. Hope you did too. But today, we're going to talk about a lot of things because there's a lot of things that took place. We had Raw on in the middle of the day again. TKO, can you please stop? All right. We don't care if them shits was pre-recorded when they were overseas and we got them at 8 o'clock at night. We didn't care. Now, most people probably still don't care. But I care. I'm a fan. You see my jacket? Okay? I spend money on your product. Put your shit on at nighttime like it's supposed to be. It's not working. That's okay. We're going to talk about, today we're going to talk about Daytime of Champions, give you our reviews, and also talk about this past week in wrestling also. So sit back, enjoy the show, and let's get it cracking. Coach Tony, look, Mike, you're muted. Listen, first of all, damn it. It happens at least once a month, right? Because I don't want to talk backstage, so I mute my microphone on my microphone as opposed to actually muting it here on the system. So if I am muted, Vaughn can say, whoop, and unmute me. So I got to be Vaughn. I got to stop muting myself and then mute it from the studio. So if I am muted and talking, you can help me out and let everybody know what's going on. We are live in the barbershop. But yeah, we got a lot of things on the horizon today we want to talk about. And honestly, man, the way Raw started off today is one of them places I actually want to start. If I can, I get to your comments on materially. What's going on, Reef? Appreciate you always tuning in. Grand Body P live in the UK, always tuning in as well. And Coach Tony Luck, appreciate you as well. If you haven't by now, please like, follow, and subscribe to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Today, though, fellas, ladies, and gentlemen, children of all ages, boys and girls, Monday Night Raw started off. Yeah. He said, if you run it back, I'm going to do something to you. You get nothing, Oba. Everybody go, Oba ain't do shit to Jey Uso. He talked good shit, though. I ain't going to lie. He did tell him he was talking some cold, hard cash shit to him, but that's okay. I digress. My man still held it down like he always do. And I like how the fact that Oba is looking past Jey Uso. It's almost telling what's going to happen this Saturday afternoon. We'll talk about that as well momentarily. But also, today on Monday Night Raw, I see how that don't even sound right. Today on Monday Night Raw. Like, what the fuck, right? We got new tag team champions of the world. But we knew that was going to happen, right? Like, who didn't know weeks ago that they were going to give the Street Profits the titles? Tell me you knew that, right? You knew. My son goes, and this is why I do love my kids, right? There's Michaela Wonders, intelligent wrestling fan, goes behind the fourth wall. Then I have Christian and Michael, right? Who they don't care about shit but what they see on the TV when it happens, right? But I'm like, you couldn't see they were going to win the titles at the Street Profits? He's like, I'm just happy they won, Dad. I'm like, yeah, but you kind of knew. He said, I had no clue they were going to win. I said, start paying attention to the storylines. They tell you who's going to win, right? So we kind of knew the Street Profits was going to win. It was built that way. They would kind of get them back over. My thing is with the Street Profits winning the championships again, I'm going to say this. Sometimes the team don't make the titles, right? Sometimes the titles make the team. In this case, I don't know which one it is because the Profits are up, but yet the titles sometimes feel like it holds them down. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this, how long it's going to be, what's going to happen here. Who knows? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Also, one of the most telling things I thought that happened today on Monday Night Raw is Jey Uso, Big Jim that is, took on LA No. But look at that. Shook Sikoa comes out and does what Shook Sikoa does best. In my opinion, stole the whole damn show. Every time Solo Sikoa is on the television, in my opinion, listen, next to Roman fucking Reigns, he is the best character in that family to me. It's Shook Sikoa. Over main event Jey Uso. Overall, y'all, hot take of the week, Jacob. I don't really have a storyline. I'm here with my arms folded like I'm a tough guy fight too. Not saying he ain't gonna whoop my ass or yours. That's not what I'm saying. I just think the biggest character development we have is Shook Sikoa, man. I love him. I love everything he does. His laugh, you know what I mean? Him still not trying to bend the knee to the tribal chief. I love it. Here's to that storyline where they're gonna go with that, right? And then we get the turn. There was the turn, but a reversal turn? I don't know how you want to categorize that, but friend of the program got her ass whooped. Hey, nope, we ain't doing that no more. Bailey loses in this. It was, they had the tag team match against the worst tag team women champions of all time in Bree Mode and that girl that's pasty. Okay, I just know her best for the videotapes they did. That was nasty. They used no condoms. Okay, and Paige. Okay, I said it. They wonder why WWE ain't hired me yet. Said it, okay? That's the worst female tag team of all time, in my opinion, but they have to have the titles. But Liv Morgan, Feathers herself turns on Bailey. We all thought Bailey might have been the one to turn, but nope, they had it happen this way. Some other things that happened on Monday Night Raw today. Chad Gable tried to apologize after Academy of all people to step up and speak. Maxine Dupree was the one that told him, say it ain't so. Okay. And took that on, and that's how that transpired. They didn't accept the apology. Let's see what else happened. Danhausen, who I think is getting overused, the nonsense on SmackDown. How dare you put the Miz in that? Come on now. This is what I don't like about wrestling fans, and this is why I do what I do. All right, as this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Please make sure by now you like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell notification when I go live. You know you can hear my golden pipes. But y'all bitch and moan and cry and bitch about goofy antics that Vince would have done. Danhausen, everything they've done with Danhausen is something Vince would have done. He's in the back and he's got a code to make them a certain way and got them under the zombie attack, and now Big Head sits here and gets electrocuted. It's just, to me, it's too much with Danhausen. Like, my daughter said, is he going to wrestle? You know, what's happening here? You know what I mean? But I digress with that as well. What else happened on Raw today was of significance? Pretty much nothing, right? After a great Raw last week, followed by a better SmackDown this past week, which shocked the shit out of me, having Charlotte, say it ain't so, Flair, of all people, lose the way she lost. But hold on.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
That's how you make Liv Morgan beat Charlotte Flair. Just like that. How they did it was perfect, okay? You make sure that Charlotte is... I thought they were going to actually just have her lose and not go out there because of injuries. But even shocking more than that was the fact they had her tap. So I don't think I've ever seen Charlotte Flair tap out. Okay, this just shows you they want to get Liv Morgan over more. Okay, and this also goes to right, and this also runs the flip of how Charlotte can still. I told my daughter, she said, "Oh, this is how you make somebody strong even in a loss." I said, "Yes, Michaela Wonders, that's exactly how you do it." So listen here, guys, we're gonna take a break. Come back, answer all your questions as well. Get into this show. The King and Queen of the Ring is up next, but before that, we're gonna talk about this week in wrestling history with King Vaughn. We'll be right back, y'all.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson,
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show, that's 3 X's because he's hardcore, present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is King Vaughn Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio here to give you the week in wrestling history. On June 23rd, 1994, WCW World Champion Ric Flair defeated the WCW International World Champion Sting in a unification match in the main event of Clash of the Champions 27 in North Charleston, South Carolina. The unified title was represented by the famous Big Gold Belt. So, and of course, on this same day, 30 years ago, 1996, happy anniversary. That's why I'm wearing this. Of course, you know, those fourth WWF King of the Ring pay-per-view took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that was the night that Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Mark Merrill in the semifinals and then injured Jake the Snake Roberts in the finals to win the tournament. And of course, Austin's post-match, speech became legendary, as we all know, as Austin 316.
Ain't you a Christian? You ain't supposed to like that.
No, but seriously though. But with all that being said, of course, like I said, the Austin 316 speech, as we all know, is the rest is history, and that's the bottom line. And of course, on the same day in 1997, on WWF Raw from Detroit, Michigan, the Nation of Domination, of course, Farouk and D'Lo Brown defeated WWF Champion The Undertaker and Vader in the main event. Owen Hart retained the Intercontinental title in a triple threat match against Goldust and Hunter Hearst Helmsley at the time. And of course, on the same day in 2002, Brock Lesnar defeated Intercontinental Champion RVD in the finals of the King of the Ring to become the King of the Ring winner himself. And so, by winning the tournament, Lesnar became the #1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam. We all know how that went. He defeated The Rock to become the champion. June 24th, 1996, Harlem Heat defeated the Steiner Brothers and Lex Luger and Sting for the WCW World Tag Team titles in the main event of WCW Monday Nitro from Charlotte, North Carolina. In 2001, at the King of the Ring pay-per-view in New Jersey, Edge defeated Kurt Angle to become the King of the Ring himself. On the same day in 2002, Vince McMahon opened up WWE Raw from Cleveland, Ohio after the King of the Ring and addressed the entire Raw roster with his ruthless aggression speech. And so that was the official confirmation of the ruthless aggression era. On June 25th, 2000, Kurt Angle defeated Rikishi in the finals to win the King of the Ring. And of course, became the #1 contender to defeat The Rock for the WWF Championship at No Mercy later that year. And of course, on the same day in 2002, John Cena made his official WWE TV debut by answering Kurt Angle's open challenge. And afterwards, Cena was endorsed backstage by The Undertaker. June 26, 1976, Antonio Inoki and Muhammad Ali took part in a boxer versus wrestler match in Tokyo, Japan. The match went to a 15-round draw after Inoki spent the entire match laying on his back, aiming kicks at Ali. On the same day in 2005, Batista retained the World Heavyweight Championship against Triple H in a Hell in a Cell match at Vengeance in Las Vegas. And on June 27th, 2011, R-Truth defeated WWE champion John Cena in a tables match in the main event of Raw from Las Vegas. However, it was what happened after the match that will go down in history. As we all know, that was the same night that CM Punk delivered the pipe bomb. So we have Austin 316 and the pipe bomb within the same week. As far as birthdays, June 23rd, Billy Kay turns 37. Brandy Rose turns 43. Of course, June 24th, Adam Pearce turns 48. June 25th, Layla turns 49. And that is a week of wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson,
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show, that's 3 X's because he's hardcore, present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
All right, Vaughn, holding it down like you always do, my man. I always appreciate how great you do what you do, and I always appreciate what you do when you're doing like you're doing it for TV. So just want to give you those shots out because you deserve them, in my opinion, my brother. So I'll make sure you have that information. Let's go to these comments real fast. Out here, Jeffrey is always chiming in. Love him so much here, being a great, faithful fan over there with the UPR as well. This was actually live. Well, I know Raw was live. SmackDown is going to be pre-recorded tomorrow, shown on Friday. That's the worst part, is that it's being pre-recorded tomorrow, right? Which means all week, come Friday, ain't nobody watching SmackDown. Because no matter what you do, you can't hide from social media, all right? And then actually when it's live tomorrow, guess what? People are going to have VPNs, and they're going to be watching it live anyway. So Jennifer chimes in, Miss Jennifer Duffy. Jay always talking big. Listen, Jey Uso be running his mouth, y'all. And I still like how Jake could be like, I'm not taking no punk ass from you, punk ass Jay. Every time he called that, this time around, I don't know if you guys noticed, Jimmy laughed at him when he called him punk ass like that. I thought that was funny. Oba is looking at Brock and not Jey Uso. Yeah, I listen, gonna go there momentarily right here, and I think that's gonna happen as well. Vaughn chimed in. The tag team win was a clapback to Austin Theory as well. On that as well. Victor Rodriguez, fresh from Italy, Rome out there. Flair is old news at this point. She is her Flair in WCW area. What? Charlotte Flair is not old news at any point. I personally understand and respect the fact they had to repackage her, Mr. Victor Rodriguez. Okay? I understand they had to do that because they were hating her. Fans hated her because she was winning too much. Now fans actually love her, right? I don't know why, y'all bunch of sucker ducks, why you want to love her now. She's always been great. Tell them, Charlotte, how great you been.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler
Of all time.
of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm waiting. I don't hear any lies being told right here. But, you know, but she's not old news, Mr. Victor Rodriguez. Don't make me come on y'all show and talk some shit, okay, about that. Mad Dog checking in. Hey, Mike, personally, I don't think Liv should be in the tournament. She's world champion. I actually agree with you on that, Mad Dog. The thing with that is it's already here, right? And that means, to me, if she doesn't win the tournament, why we are not on Facebook no more? What just happened there? Just saw that connection was disconnected, weren't able to stream to this destination. That's stupid. We were just streaming live there. Facebook always doing something crazy. It says I removed some content, copyright was removed. What video did I show that was copyright? We haven't shared any videos that we haven't always had shared. So that's crazy. We'll fix that for next week. I apologize to my Facebook audience out there. That's really stupid. That meant somebody's hating on how great we are, and they reported us. So that's pretty what that is. But we'll fix that later. But back to your question, Mad Dog. If she does not win, then it's all for nothing, right? If they want to have her go against Rhea and I'm thinking, this is what I'm just thinking, right? Them combining the women's titles. I don't think there should be two women's champions. I don't think there should be two male champions. Yeah, I don't know why Facebook just cut off. I have no idea, AMD, at all why it did that. It said some kind of copyright thing, but I know for a fact that's not what we do around here anymore. We've gone through this so many times. We've been doing this so many times. It says sharing content owned by someone else is their permission. It's me. So I don't understand what they're referring to. But again, like I said, we'll deal with that a little bit later. But she has to win the whole Queen of the Ring tournament. That's just my opinion. If Liv doesn't win, then this is really, in my opinion, just not good storytelling. But let's go ahead and get into this King of the Ring. Let me go ahead and get up out of here. I think Jey Uso wins this thing. I think we all think that Brock interferes and stops Oba from winning. If Brock does not interfere and they let Jey pin him clean, or without the help of the bloodline, then that's terrible. In the words of Spot Face, he texted me today, he said he feels like they're going to do the same thing to Oba Femi as they did to Brock Lesnar when he went against John Cena at Great American Bash. All this steam, and then he loses it. To me, it can't be lost if Brock beats him. It's all about how you lose a match sometime, and I'm okay with that. And I'm with you as well with that, AMD. Jey Uso has the better story right now. The better story. The hashtag wrestling is storytelling, right? To me, you're right. Jey Uso, what's going on with the bloodline, it's a way better story. I could not agree more with you on that one. Man, the other thing that I will say that I want to see happen is with this women's match. I'm not a fan of Io Sky. Now, here's the thing. Here's the flip side of having Io win. Do we want to see so-called best friends wrestle? Because that's essentially what it is, right? Io and Rhea Ripley wrestling each other. If you wasn't going to have Raquel Rodriguez go against Liv Morgan in the finals, which is what we all thought was going to happen to break up the Judgment Day or bring some more distension in the Judgment Day. So now everybody's leaning towards, including Michaela Wonders had said to me, oh, this is where Roxanne interferes, Perez interferes and stops Liv Morgan from winning. However that goes, to me, if Liv doesn't win this, I'm disappointed because I'm just not a fan of Io. There is no love for Io, in my opinion. All this is dead. Damage control is gone. You know, I'm just not a fan of Io. I don't see what they see in her. I can't believe people had a thing over the weekend saying that Liv Morgan is overrated. I think people need to actually ask yourself, what is the definition of being overrated? Overrated means you're better than what people say you are. Well, the people at B that says she's not overrated is those who gave her a video, a new musical song, multiple championships. There's nothing overrated about Liv Morgan. There's a difference between you don't like somebody. That's fine. I just said I don't like Io Sky. That's fair. But to say Liv Morgan, in my opinion, is overrated, I respectfully disagree with you guys on that one. Everything okay?
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Moving on. We got the steel cage match. That, again, why? This is over. Well, why they're having it? For once, we don't have 5 matches at a PLE. We got 6 matches at the PLE because, well, 2 of them happened on Monday on the free hour of ESPN, which is the King and the Queen, which I think is stupid, by the way, to have both of those matches in that 1 hour span. But that's what they already said we're going to get is have the King and the Queen told on ESPN who wins that. So then I think the first match after that will be the steel cage match between Seth Rollins, who just cost Bron Breakker and Austin Theory the tag team championships, and I think in this cage match, Breakker has to win this, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick Bron Breakker with winning this match. Go back to AMD's had a question. Liv Morgan is the hottest. That's all. Trouble. That's her. Okay, yeah. I mean, sometimes you see Liv Morgan come out, you do go, man, you know what I mean? Same thing when I look at Jade Cargill, I just shake my head and, you know, it's the WB. I always say this, nothing taken away from any lady in any other wrestling promotion. I think WWE gets it better than all of them every single time. I think if you got a blonde over there, they got a better blonde. You got an African-American over here, they got a better African-American over here. You got an Asian, they got a hotter. Whatever you think you got in your promotion, WWE, they got them hotter. That's just my opinion with that one. But I do think Braun should win this match. I thought it was over. So this is actually a tough one to pick because I don't even think they should even be here. The match they had on Raw a few weeks back, that should have been the coup de grace to end all of that. No pun intended. Then we get this U.S. title match with Trick Willie taking on Ricky Saints. And there's no way in hell Ricky's winning this match, right? We know Ricky's not winning this match. So Trick Williams for the win. If Breakker wins, Mike, do they take another match to SummerSlam? And if so, how can they one-up a steel cage match? It better not go any further than this. If Breakker wins, you're right. It's 1-1. So damn it. Damn it, Sean. Maybe Seth has to win because I'm not trying to see them in a third match at SummerSlam. That's just me. I just don't see where this is going. SummerSlam to me has to be the 6-man tag, right? The faction versus Seth and the Profits. That's just where I see that going. All right. WB got them hotter. Yeah, they do, man. They do. Listen, and I love Tony Storm to death. I do. I love Mercedes Moné, Chris Statlander. I love the women that AEW especially has. But man, it's like back in the day, you used to sit there and people say, yo, ECW got hot chicks. No offense. Y'all had Francine and them girls. Like, stop it. Dawn Marie, body. Y'all got to look at that tits and ass and think tits and ass is beauty. Because it ain't. Okay, but moving on from this match as well, I think Melo gets involved in this somehow. This becomes a triple threat at the next pay-per-view or Saturday night main event in New York City. New York City. That's what I think goes with that. Then moving on from this, we have next on the agenda the Women's United States title match. I do. I think Vaughn, I don't think I've ever been speechless about who wins and who loses. Like, because this came out of nowhere when I saw they were having a match for this. They're not even in a tangle web we weave kind of a storyline, right? So I want to say that Tiffany wins just because, but then no offense, Jade, make sure you're like Queen Latifah a long time ago told me, who you calling a bitch? She called herself that, so I'm gonna be able to say it like she says it. That's a bad bitch, and that bad bitch with them other two bad bitches behind her, they should win this motherfucking title and get this shit to Jade Cargill. All right, that's my opinion with that. All right, Tiff turns tacky when she gets a title. I don't even think it's that with Tiff. They took her gimmick and gave it to Monroe coming in, and they gave her this Nikki James kind of gimmick with the cowboy stuff. I'm just not a fan of that. Man Dog chimes back in again. I agree. I think that they threw this match together pretty quickly. Absolutely, it's just no call for this match. But hey, we're here now. What are we gonna do? Then we get the World Tag Team. Oh shit, go back. There it is, Jeffrey. They got that black girl magic everywhere, baby. Jade Cargill winning that motherfucker. All right. Then we got this triple threat match. Honestly, guys, I need Sami Zayn's new shirt because I believe I'm the last good guy there is when it comes to doing this video podcasting thing. I've been doing it for 17 years. Y'all think I'm an asshole. Y'all think I'm a villain. Y'all think I'm a heel. I'm really a face because I love to love and I hate to be hated. So Sami Zayn ain't winning. That's what we know for sure, right? We knew Sami Zayn was going to be in this match. Why do we know that? Because they're in Saudi Arabia, so he can come out in his garb and get a pop from the crowd. There's no way, in my opinion, I think Cody Rhodes is retaining. I think Cody Rhodes is retaining this match. Gunther's not winning. Sami's not winning. I'm down to AMD. If Sami Zayn wins this title, I will truly pop. And I have not had a pop in a minute since Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar. So that's not been that long, but you know what I'm saying, right? I'm all for Sami Zayn winning, 100%. I just don't see it happening, my brother. I just don't see it happening at all. But after that, Night of Champions, I call it Daytime of Champions, is taking place this weekend, Saturday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon? 1 o'clock on ESPN. Damn, when is the World Cup? US play on Thursday, right? So they dodged that bullet, right? So they're going to get away with that. Sami will get a hero's welcome, but he ain't winning. Yeah, he's going to get that hero's welcome. He's in Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? So he's going to get that, but he's damn sure. And it's you know what? I'm with you on that one as well. I have to get that comment up there before I got here. It's the perfect place outside of Montreal for him to win. You're definitely right about that. But the thing is that in the States, they're not fucking with Sami, and I just don't get why. After SmackDown, what was he supposed to do? He was calling it down the middle. Gunther got out of line. He did what he's supposed to do. He's still a wrestler, right? And NXT do have the Great American Bash this Sunday as well. So thank you for Jeffrey for reminding me about that as well. But yeah, comment below, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to get up out of here, find out who the hell reported me, why we're not on, why Facebook cut us off. That makes no sense at all. But hey, I can always share it tomorrow nonetheless. But with that being said, I need y'all to do me a favor and do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love some me. And don't love God. And don't know, most importantly, we got to have them. And Jeffrey just told y'all who we going for when it comes to that black girl magic and Jade Cargill. So Mike Knoxxx, who are you rooting for?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
That don't make me a racist. That just makes me pro-black. You should care about your race too. If you Irish, you can be Irish pride, right? When you Italian, you got Italian pride. But when a person says I'm going for everybody black, they want to call me racist. Like, come on, really?
Message.
Understand the message. I want to go there. I can go there.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
So every single time you want to come on my post and type things in and don't know the fuck you talking about, please do me a favor.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because you look really, really, really stupid.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
I'm telling you, I'm tired of carrying you motherfuckers on my back. So we catch y'all next week, y'all. Fingers.
Bite my tongue for no